Once upon a late autumn afternoon in Providence, the courtroom buzzed softly with conversations, papers shuffling, chairs sliding, murmurs rising and falling like gentle waves. But the atmosphere shifted the moment a teenage boy walked in with slow, hesitant steps. His name was Marcus Reed, 17, thin, worn-out sneakers, eyes that held more pain than a child should ever know. He stood at the podium alone, no parent, no guardian, no lawyer, just a boy facing the world by himself. Judge Caprio studied him closely, noticing the stiffness in his jaw, the tight grip he had on the railing, as if letting go would make him fall apart. "Marcus," Caprio began softly, "you're here for 3 violations, one of them a serious one. Care to explain what happened?" Marcus swallowed, his Adam's apple trembling. When he spoke, his voice cracked like a window under pressure. I was driving without a license, Your Honor." Caprio nodded slowly. "That's what it says, but boys your age don't usually end up driving unless they have a reason. What was yours?" Marcus pressed his lips together, struggling against the tears burning at the edge of his eyes. "My mom," he whispered. "She had an asthma attack." A quiet gasp traveled through the room. "She collapsed in our apartment," he continued. "I panicked. I called 911, but they said the ambulance would take time because it was a busy night. I didn't have time. She couldn't breathe. I thought she was going to die." His voice shook harder now, cracking open the truth he had been carrying alone. "I grabbed our neighbor's car. I didn't know what I was doing. I just drove as fast as I could to the hospital. And I guess that's when the cameras caught me." He blinked rapidly, trying to push down the tears, but one slipped down his cheek. Caprio leaned forward, his expression softening. "What happened to your mother, Marcus?" He held his breath for a moment, long, painful, before answering. "She didn't make it, Your Honor." The entire room fell silent. Even the air felt heavier. Marcus looked down, gripping the rail with both hands. "She died before the doctors could help her. If I had gotten there sooner, maybe—" His voice broke completely. He covered his mouth, tears dripping onto the podium. Caprio let him cry, not rushing him, not interrupting him, just allowing the moment to hold the weight it carried. After a long pause, Caprio spoke again, gentle, steady. "Marcus, you did everything a son could possibly do. What you did wasn't a crime. It was an act of love, pure, desperate love." Marcus shook his head. "But I took a car that wasn't mine. I drove without a license. I broke everything." Caprio's eyes softened even more, a father's empathy glowing behind them. "Rules are meant to protect people, not punish them for trying to save a life." Marcus wiped his face with the sleeve of his hoodie. "I'm alone now. My mom was all I had. I'm trying to finish school, trying to stay out of trouble, but everything is hard. Bills, rent, everything. I didn't mean to make things worse." Caprio took a deep breath, looking at the boy who had been forced to grow up too fast. "Marcus, no one should have to carry this kind of burden at 17. But I want you to hear me clearly, because I mean every word. You are not a criminal. You are a son who fought for his mother with everything he had." Marcus lowered his head, shoulders shaking. Caprio looked down at the violations, serious charges that could cost thousands, destroy the boy's future, and drag him into a system he didn't deserve to be part of. Then he closed the file. "All charges," Caprio said softly, "are dismissed." Marcus froze. I don't—" He couldn't finish the sentence. Caprio leaned forward, his voice firm but warm. "You're going to stay in school. You're going to take care of yourself. And someday, when life is kinder to you, you'll remember this moment, and you'll help someone else who's struggling. That's how you honor your mother." Marcus pressed a hand over his heart, tears falling freely now. "She would have liked you,
Judge," he whispered. "She always said the world needs more people who understand." Caprio smiled gently, and she raised one. As Marcus walked out of the courtroom, something soft washed over the room, a mix of sorrow, respect, and hope. People watched the young boy leave with eyes that felt the weight of his story, and hearts that silently rooted for him. And Judge Caprio, watching him disappear through the doors, murmured to himself, "Sometimes justice isn't about punishment. It's about lifting up the one's life is already broken."